It may be difficult at times, but please know that even Rome was not built in a day. And whenever you encounter those challenges, kindly remember that kusumbuka ni kwa muda tu. It doesn't last a lifetime. So whatever you encounter, whatever difficulty, continue working and keeping hope. You will get there eventually. And if the worst comes to the worst, remember what I said. If you keep doors and those doors don't open, build your own and open it. You are equipped for that. Asanteni sana. Thank you all, and may God bless you abundantly. As you go, please remember, you will make our references. Tell them there is no other national polytechnic but Kaiboi National Polytechnic. Thank you.
Thank you, Daktari, Council Member. It is now my humble duty, Chief Guest Excellency, to welcome our County Commissioner, Madam Caroline Zwili, who will take over the remaining part of the program. Welcome, Madam County Commissioner.
Can we give the principal and the chair a round of applause? Asante, asante sana. Our chief guest, who is the Prime Cabinet Secretary and the Cabinet Secretary for Foreign Affairs and Diaspora Affairs, His Excellency Dr. Musalia Mudavadi, the Principal Secretary, State Department for Tibet, the Governor, Nandi County, His Excellency Stephen Sang, the members of National Assembly present, members of the County Assembly, the council, the principal, graduates, parents, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Let me take this opportunity, Your Excellency, to welcome you to the county. You are coming in the heels of His Excellency, the Deputy President, who visited a few weeks ago to preside over a similar function in Olesos National Polytechnic. And I think this shows that the government is committed in the support of education matters. I'll join you, Your Excellency, in congratulating the graduates. I know that it's not easy. Mumepitia mengi, si ni kweli? Kwa mapema, you don't want to let yourself down, you don't want to let your parents down. So, kazi mzuri, congratulations. All what we can do is to wish you well and pray that as you move in the next chapter of your life, pia na Deputy County Commissioner have members. Excellency, let me now welcome the Honorable Meli, will introduce other leaders who have joined us today.
request Prime Cabinet, the college chairman of the governing council, Technic, Principal Secretary, Madam Musalia, protocol observed. Good afternoon. I take this time, Prime Cabinet Secretary, congratulates candidates, graduates, their families, parents, for this very, very fast graduation ceremony for Kaiboi. This is a very good day for all of us, the county leadership led by our governor, and all the county leaders seated here today. I want to thank you, Prime Cabinet Secretary, for accepting to come and grace this being the first graduation ceremony at National Polytechnic. Without much ado, I know we are really back on time. I'll want to invite the leaders who are here today, their speeches, but I want every member who is here to note that I want to thank the national government for accepting to actually elevate Kaiboi National Polytechnic, Kaiboi Polytechnic to be a national polytechnic. This was the effort of the member of parliament who are here. Honorable Kirwa, watu wa Kaiboi mulelewa, a very hard-working leader. We together, I being the chairman of education, principal secretary, and the government, accepted to acknowledge and to elevate this university polytechnic to a national university, to a national polytechnic. Can we give him hands of applause? So I will go straight away to welcome the leaders who are here. Let me welcome the majority leader. Use the MCS and say a brief statement. Majority leader.
Asante sana Mheshimiwa Meli. Prime Cabinet Secretary, His Excellency Musalia Mudavadi, Your Excellency Governor Stephen Sang, Your Excellency Deputy Governor Daktari Yulita Cheruiyot, MBs present, kiongozwa na Mheshimiwa Meli, Principal Kaiboi Technical, and all the protocol of staff, all the graduates na wazazi, amjambo. Bwana Yesu asifiwe. First of all, I want to congratulate the graduates of the day. Nasema pongezi sana. Pongezi for your hard work. Umejikaza. That's why today we are here. We want to wish you well as you move ahead to go and look for employment, to go and work in various places. We want to wish you well and pray for you so that you can get a place. Your Excellency Musalia Mudavadi, we want to thank you, asante sana, for gracing this occasion. It is an honor. It is a great honor to us, people of here Mosof, Kabiet. We want to thank you, asante sana, Your Excellency Mudavadi. Ya mwisho, I want to introduce the other members of the County Assembly, and I think we are here, led by, I think we have Honorable Ezra Rotich, my colleague MCA, who is also the chairman for LD in our County Assembly. Some of the other MCS are on the way. I think they are around. Former MCS, if they are around, yeah, I think pia wako na graduates. Asante sana. Thank you so much. And Musalia Mudavadi, tumeona kazi hapo imefanyika mzuri. Tunakusihi kabisa kwa heshima, and we want to thank our president for elevating this institution to be a national polytechnic. Tunashukuru sana. And Your Excellency Mudavadi, siku ile wewe ni mtu wa hardware. Hardware kile ulifanya siku ile. Fanya hardware, hiyo buildings yote ikamilike. Hao watu wafaidike. Asante sana na Mungu abariki. Thank you so much.
Makofi kwa majority leader. Thank you so much. Watu wa Mosop, mnajua ya kwamba your constituency is running very well. I know your leader is indisposed, but he's very fine. I was in the US, you must have seen photographs. Na anafanya vizuri sana. Lakini every other time za zile kazi inaendelea, tuko na Bwana Nimrod Malel kutoka ofisi yake. Nataka yeye aongee ili awaeleze mambo ambayo yanaendelea katika ofisi ya member of parliament Mosop. Karibu Nimrod Malel.
Our chief guest, His Excellency Dr. Wycliffe Musalia Mudavadi, Principal Secretary, DVET, Your Excellency Sir, the Governor of Nandi, Your Excellency the Deputy Governor of Nandi, members of Parliament present, the Governing Council of this institution, led by the Chairman, the Principal, the teachers, students, na wananchi wote. Nawasalimu kwa jina la Yesu. Mjamboni. Thank you. Your Excellency, sir, it's a great honor today to have our first ever graduation to Kaiboi National Polytechnic. And it's an honor to have you today to grace this event. It's fortunate, sir, our member of parliament is not around, but I know wherever he is, he's the happiest man. He has really longed to see this, but because you are here to represent him, we have to thank you on his behalf, and thank everybody who has worked this journey to ensure that Kaiboi is a national school. Your Excellency, allow me to thank the school for what it's doing in mothers' education. Kaiboi National School is a backbone of in Masop. We have invested a lot of resources in this school, and we endeavor to do so even more. As we speak, Your Excellency, we have a number of graduates here who are beneficiaries of CDF bursaries and scholarships, and we endeavor to continue the same. We have a program we have discussed with the school principal, Your Excellency, and in this coming May, more than 200 students having been sponsored by the Masop CDF bursary kit. I want to thank the leaders from around, led by the governor and area members of parliament from Nandi, for the support they've given us and this institution. This school has grown the economy of Kaiboi Center by far, and it is the reason why we got a modern market from the national government. The school has grown the businesses around, and it is one of the most important schools we have in Masop, and we are happy to be part of this school. Your Excellency, I want to make some few requests on behalf of Mheshimiwa Kirwa. Number one, Your Excellency, is a request that we have made to the Ministry of Roads. Ensure that we tarmac the road from Chepkober to Kaiboi Center, around 17 kilometers, Your Excellency. And we are grateful for the tarmac road we have gotten around 76 kilometers, that the contractor is already on site, beginning from Musalia, Kaiboi, to Jepteroi, towards Kapkatembu, and all the way through Kamasai to Jimoi. We want to say thank you and pass our gratitude to His Excellency the President. It's a request you gave us when you visited Nandi, and for sure we have seen it come true. Your Excellency, I want also to request through your office, Your Excellency, we have made a request of connecting our people to power. As we speak, Your Excellency, in Masop, we have only 22% of our residents having electricity. The rest 78% hawana stima. Tunaomba sana, Your Excellency, tuweze kuwapea stima hawa watu, It's the biggest thing they have been requesting. Kila kona tukienda Masop. Najua kuna hiyo program na naomba sana iweze kufanyika mwaka huu. Sitaki kusema mengi, Your Excellency. Yangu tena ilikuwa furaha siku ya leo, na kwa niaba ya Mheshimiwa Kirwa tunasema asante sana kwa kuja Masop, na karibu tena siku nyingine. Mwisho kabisa niruhusu niwape shukrani, congratulations kwa wale ambao wamegraduate siku ya leo, na naomba ya kwamba mnapotoka Kaiboi muendelee kuongeza masomo. Tunajua mambo ya kupata kazi Kenya hii imekuwa ngumu, lakini ninyi mko na bahati. Uko na serikali hapa leo. I want to request Your Excellency that through your office, if we can employ at least 50 of them. Sema tu neno moja na roho yetu itapona. Asante sana, Your Excellency.
Kijana Malela ambaye ni manager wa constituency manager. Our chief guest, we have former leaders of this county who are here. Let me recognize them. David Koech, who is currently the council member, first of Eldoret, is there. Sana Mheshimiwa. The other, asante kwa kufika hapa. Now I want to invite the member of Nandi Hills, Honorable Kitur, to address the gathering.
Thank you very much, Honorable Julius Melly. Prime Cabinet Secretary, Adi, yes, Governor of Nandi, graduates, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Bwana Yesu asifiwe. First of all, allow me on behalf of the people of Nandi Hills constituency and on my own behalf, congratulate the graduates, the first graduates of Kaiboi National Polytechnic. Congratulations, great young people. Secondly, to also congratulate the staff, principal and the staff, as well as the parents who've done great work to have been able to bring the best of the class that is now graduating today. Our chief guest today, I will be very brief because of the interest of time. I want to mention that I've seen you a couple of times, Prime Cabinet Secretary, visit Mosop constituency a couple of times. Indeed, you've been a great friend, and you're finding time in your extremely busy schedule to be here is something we take with great pride as leaders of Nandi. Secondly, is to also let all of us that are here to know that when we came into leadership, we chose that we will walk and speak one voice as the leaders of Nandi. At no point would you hear us, or if one of us is down, we always work together. And there will be no void in any manner or form in the leadership of this great county. Therefore, we have come in solidarity to support the Member of Parliament, whom we hope will be coming very soon, on this very important occasion, which we knew he worked very hard to have been able to have this institution be made a national polytechnic. Indeed, at that point, we had two institutions, Prime Cabinet Secretary. We had one called Lesos Tivet at that point, and this the Kaiboi. But there is a way the Member of Parliament of this place worked his way. Despite the fact that the other institution is a bit bigger, he was able to get this be a national polytechnic. That tells you how passionate the Member of Parliament supports this institution indeed. Prime Cabinet Secretary, for those that are watching across the globe and across this nation and every part of this country, indeed, Kaiboi National Polytechnic is a polytechnic to take your child or any young person out there need to come and survive this institution because it's one of the best. In the most secure place, fantastic climate. The teaching fraternity is very welcoming. And therefore, I want to again call upon all of us that are watching across the country, please consider having your children or yourselves to come and study in this great institution. I would like Prime Cabinet Secretary to request you. And now many of these young people are going out there. Most of them are technical students. It is my wish that most of those programs we've seen the government of Kenya Kwanza are trying to open out there. We've seen, events where the minister in charge of labor has been doing some clinics of how to export young people to go abroad. We want to see that to be extremely fair. And you see the number of times this will be done also not only in Nandi, but also in Kaiboi. And we want to see the results of this, of the young people being taken from here to go abroad and work. Second last, Prime Cabinet Secretary, when I engaged the principal a bit earlier and the chairman, he told me there are a couple of industries or manufacturing firms around here who want to partner, or they've reached out to partner with them, so that most of these young ones, when they are studying, they have an opportunity to be able to intern or to go there and do the practicals. Or even during the training, they are trained on what is found in the industry. Or ultimately, of course, they make it a chance to be employed. I think, Prime Cabinet Secretary, we need to expand this and be made that all industries, we get something like a mark of quality of sort for those that embrace young people or work with colleges to be able to absorb most of this for the training in their factories so that they get the practical training hands-on. And I think this is something that could be quite interesting going forward. Finally, Prime Cabinet Secretary, I want to thank the government of Kenya Kwanza. Recently, we had a challenge where our government subsidized fertilizers. And when that happened, we saw a great result where every sector of agriculture were able to have enough food being grown, and we were able even we had enough of them. But we had a challenge recently when one of the institutions that we all depend here, that is Kenya Seed, faced a challenge in terms of their costings, and they were able to increase the price. This came to our discussion, and we shared with the leadership of Kenya Kwanza. I want to thank you that was nullified, and now farmers can buy the maize seed in the price that was before. And with that, we want also this subsidy then to be done for the maize seed as well, so that ikuja kula bunge isikuwe fertilizer peke yake. Wacha pia tupate subsidy kwa mahindi. Ama mnasema namna gani? On the seeds, ndio? Ya kila kitu, kwa sababu sasa tunaenda msimu wa kuweza kupanda. Finally, the Nandi nation has had a great challenge in the past on the issue of the road networks. Tunataka kushukuru sana kwa sababu mwaka huu rais amesema kwamba atashughulikia mambo ya mabarabara. We are very keen as leaders of this place to work together with the government. Na pia tukubali, wakati tunaitisha hii tengenezwe, lazima pia kuna mahali serikali lazima itapata pesa. Na hiyo haina option, inakuanga kutax ama namna gani. But I think let's see how best we can do, because for sure in Nandi we are in dire need of proper expansive roads for us to be able to take our produce to the fields. Prime Cabinet Secretary, umetembea hapa mara mingi, mimi nataka nikuombe kitu kimoja. Please, as much as you have all the other institutions of this country, kwa sababu wewe umependa Mosob mara mingi ukikuja, I would want to tell you, also adopt this institution so that anytime they have an issue, apart from pia sana tusaidia hapo, hata wewe you take it as personal. Asanteni sana and all the very best. Graduates, asanteni na Mungu awabariki.
Tushangilie Mheshimiwa Kitur. Asante sana. Prime Cabinet Secretary, the Principal Secretary, all protocol observed. I just want to have a very short speech. First and foremost, I want to thank you, Prime Cabinet Secretary. You are one of the top leaders in this republic that are never controversial. In what sense? That you are development-oriented, you actually take your issues very seriously, and we as a people of this county have been watching you very closely. And we are saying we are actually behind you in each and every activity you do as a leader. We've seen how you have been carrying out presidential duties and your duties as a foreign affairs minister. We as a leadership of this region, led by our governor and the Rift Valley leaders, we are saying we want to wish you well as we move ahead. You are a friend to this county. Come here not once, severally. And we as a leadership, we are saying, tunamkaribisha au namna gani? Tunamkaribisha Prime Cabinet Secretary. Wapi makofi ya Prime Cabinet Secretary? Wapi nduru ya Prime Cabinet Secretary? Bas, ya pili, I want to congratulate the graduates. As a chair of education and as a member of parliament in it, I want to tell you, you've done the best for yourself. Took you long hours of studies. It took your parents time to pay. It took the lecturers or the trainers time to make sure that you have earned the skill. I want to tell you, graduates, you are the best graduates we have ever seen around here. Why am I saying so? You are leaving this place now a skilled person. You are an electrical engineer, you are an agricultural engineer, you are a mechanical engineer, and you are worth to actually be a member of what is going to take this country ahead. I'm just asking you, leave this place and do not ask even for employment. Ask how you can create it yourself. Along in our Kenyan society today, we have a number of you who are doing very well, not in the formal employment, but in your own way, you create and make others and this country have a living. I want to ask, there is a linkage between industry and employment and training. And I think Madam Principal Secretary knows that. As much as we have several CDA projects going on in this sub-county, and even the whole of Nandi County, Governor Sang has a lot of projects going on. We have a training institute at Cheptarit. We have the milk processing plant. Don't ask yourself, what are you going to do so that you earn a living out of the linkages between yourself as a skilled worker and those particular institutes? I want to ask you, as you move out of this institution, if you are disciplined, you are organized, and you can go anywhere in this world to work. The other day, your principal had invited me to Kazi, what do you call it? Kazi Maju, is it? Kazi Maju. Foreign work. If you go to Qatar, if you go to Germany, if you go to any part of this world, you'll fit in there. And I want to tell you, don't look at Kaiboi, Nandi, and Kenya. Look at the world. What can you be able to do in Germany? What can you be able to do in Korea? What can you be able to do in Dubai and other parts of the world? We as a people, we are going to support you with very good legislation, especially on how you can move out, you can use your skills very well, and you can develop this country. I want to say that as a Department of Education, as a chair, we've made a number of laws that are assisting you as a students, are assisting the Kenyans, and making sure that TVET should be the largest department in education. Because this is the place where we have the largest and the strongest human force in this country. And you'll be able to produce and give this country a lot of money as a people. Lastly, as I told you earlier on, I went to the United States a few weeks ago. And I met your member of parliament. He's very robust. He's gained health, doing very well. Most of you must have seen the photos in the social media. I did that because I want to tell you that he's doing well. He's recuperating very well. And most of the projects that are here today, we stand here today because of the work of Honorable Kirwa. He fought for this institution to be a national polytechnic. Can you give him applause, please? The member of the constituency manager has just indicated the number of road projects, the number of CDF projects going on. That means you have no vacuum in this constituency. You have no problem at all. He every other time consults with his constituency office. And as a leadership of the county led by the governor and ourselves, we'll step in any other time that he requires us to. Like this graduation ceremony. That's why we are all here together. And I want to thank the governor because when we said we are looking for the chief guest, you did very well and you met the Prime Cabinet Secretary, and now we are here today courtesy of your member of parliament because he is following us even now, wherever he is in Dallas, and he's actually saying, congrats na pongezi watu wa Mosop kwa kumwombea na mnaendelea kumshikilia akiwa kule nje. Au namna gani? Ya mwisho nataka niseme, we have a number of projects that are going on, like the road. Barabara hii yetu ya kuanzia kule Tinderet mpaka Celia na hizi zote ambaye tumesema inafanywa na contractor moja. We had some technical issues on funding Prime Cabinet Secretary, which I think you in the government have sorted it out, and we want to see it started. And we want to ask you, we want these roads to get finished because we have the funding already from the donors. Tunataka tumalize hizi barabara, tuanze hizi zingine, na hizo mambo ya sitima iwe things of the past. Lastly, ni project ya ICT yenye iko hapa. I know the supplementary budget is around the corner, and I want to ask Principal Secretary, let us finish that ICT so that next time when we are coming here, we are inspecting a different project. Au namna gani? And you being the AIE holder, and you know we make budget in the National Assembly, just propose, we give resources, I think they are about 50%, about 50 million shillings, malize hiyo ICT, wanafunzi waingie, alafu tupate pesa mfukoni. Au namna gani? Tuko sawa? Kwa hayo na mengi, asanteni sana Kaiboi, and I want to say, nataka tu niwaeleze kama kiongozi wenu, to support serikali yetu kwa sababu programs ambaye tuko naye, kama hiyo ya mbolea na mbegu. Mheshimiwa Kituru amewaeleza, we had the prices going up, and we had a meeting where Mheshimiwa Kituru was seated, na mimi kama representative ya Nandi County, na tulisema bei kuje chini. Let us also as a government, because we have been giving out subsidized fertilizer, let us subsidize the seeds so that we have large production of maize. Tumia mashamba yetu ili tuwe na mahindi ya kutosha, ili tuwe na pesa ya kugharamia watoto wetu katika mambo ya fees, ili tupate pesa na tuingie mambo ya SHA na tuweze kujimudu kwa mambo ya afya katika taifa letu. Kwa hayo nasema asanteni sana. Nataka nimchukue muda huu sasa nimuite Mama County, Mheshimiwa Cynthia Muge, ili aendeshe program kuanzia hapo. Mpigie makofi akikuja. Asante sana.
Chief Guest, Prime Cabinet Secretary, yes, for Foreign Affairs, Excellency, the President, graduates 2025 class, good afternoon. Today we meet here at the Kaiboi National Polytechnic, first to congratulate the graduating class of 2025, to say hongera for your graduation. We are proudly associated with National Polytechnic of Kaiboi, this being the first institution to attain the national status in Nandi County. We are proudly associated. The elevation comes with responsibility. Responsibility that comes with the elevation is on commitment to excellence, to make sure that the institution is able to produce ethical and properly skilled graduates like the class of 2025 that we are celebrating today. Again, the graduating class or the graduates of this year are going to be a proper trademark for Kaiboi National Polytechnic. And I ask the graduating class of 2025 that you be the proper ambassadors that this institution needs out there. How do you become the proper ambassadors of this institution? By making sure that the output, everything that you touch when you go out there, turns to gold, so that we can be associated with this alma mater. That every time someone wants to look for a plumber, they will ask if they first graduated from Kaiboi National Polytechnic. If they want an electrician, they will ask for a referral that left Kaiboi National Polytechnic. I ask the class of 2025 to be good ambassadors to Kaiboi National Polytechnic. Graduates, this is a lifelong skill gaining. They have a skill at the Kaiboi National Polytechnic. Every student that wants to foster their other extracurricular activities, the sportsmen of this world, we are able as a National Polytechnic to offer that training here. And lastly, I want to ask that we aim for excellence, that everything that you do outside there is the best that you can ever do. I want to ask you to also be innovative. I want to ask you to be collaborative, that before you leave here today, if you are a group that did plumbing, Put yourself together, and that is where I come in. If you put yourself together in a group, we have a fund in GAF, National Government Affirmative Action Fund, that is called Value Addition, that you can walk into my office and say, hey, we graduated from Kaiboi National Polytechnic, and we are plumbers, and we do not have the requisite equipment that we need. And I can tell you this, you will walk out of that office with $1 million bob that is not to be refunded, that you're going to use it in your daily endeavors. So I wish you the very best. This is where rubber meets the road. This is where you start asking yourself, what can I do for this country? You no longer have the opportunity to ask, what can this country do for me? It is, what can I do for this country? And when you're doing that for this country, you also get something for yourself, because this is where we are going. And I want to borrow from the chair of the council. He says that if you knock on the, what do? You build your own, and you can comfortably open that door. Let us go out there, let us build those doors so that we can have them open for other people. I have 3 asks, Madam PS, and I am happy that you're here today. One thing, the first thing that I want to ask is, we are talking about exporting labor. Labor exportation has its challenges and its privileges as well. As a training institution that we want to leverage on labor export, I want to ask you and the ministry to be able to sit down and incorporate languages to be learned in the TVETs. Make sure that there is a common course for German language, for example, for a Chinese language, for example, so that when you graduate from here, you are up for grabs in the national market where we want to export the labor to a greater extent. That is a challenge to the ministry. Number 2, this is a technologically advancing country. The training equipments that we have in our institution, most of them are outdated. They belong to the past. We want to ask the ministry to move with speed to make sure that we conform to the advancement of this life and this country and the world altogether, so that we can be able to upgrade and update the equipments that we use in our training here. Lastly, we are asking for retooling of the TVET trainers. They were trained 10 years ago, 20 years ago. Things have changed. The market has changed. We are asking for retooling of those instructors so that they can be able to work in tandem with the current situation and the current country. So we wish you the very best, the graduating class of 2025, and I take this opportunity to appreciate the Prime Cabinet Secretary and the Cabinet Secretary for Foreign and Diaspora Affairs for making time to be here today. Your Excellency, sir, you are a statesman. We were speaking with my colleagues, the honorable members of the National Assembly. There was a time there was a lot of turbulence in this country, and we all met as a leadership, and you were present, and we all fought, and we all said all manner of things that we wanted to say. And when you spoke, when you stood to speak, you brought a different feeling. And you said, okay, it's fine, it has happened. So what do we do next? I want to appreciate your statesmanship. I want to appreciate how you also carry yourself. You know, this morning when the Prime Cabinet felt in your community and in the society at large. Congratulations. It is my humble assignment today to invite Her Excellency, the Deputy Governor for Nandi, to be able to address us and take the program from there. Karibu, Your Excellency.
Makofi kwa Mama County. Asanteni sana. Our chief guest, sir, Daktari Wycliffe Musalia. All protocols observed. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Good afternoon again. Wana Kaiboi hoye. Are we happy? This is the day that the Lord has made, and we are here to celebrate with you the Lord's doing, your work, and that of your lecturers and trainers. We're here to celebrate with you. And before I make my remarks, allow me, guest of honor, sir, to recognize representatives from industry who are here. I'm informed that we have a few partners and members from industry. If you can be upstanding, kindly. Elsewhere. The banks who bank with us. There. They are at the back. Thank you very much for making time to be part of this auspicious occasion. Guest of honor, sir, I am excited to be standing in this congregation today as we look back 63 years down the line since this institution was established. Honored to stand before you being a daughter of a carpenter. That carpenter studied in Kaiboi Technical then. And when I look back, I see a man who picked his skills and went home. He'd made things that would stand out. When we were going to primary school and we had to go with a desk, my father fashioned the desks that we used, and ours from our family would be unique compared to those from other households. I believe that we are in the right place, and the skills that are being imparted here are going to transform the young people that pass through Kaiboi National Polytechnic. Makofi kwenu. Another exciting thing, guest of honor, sir, this is where my parents met. And I believe these young people here have met their soulmates as they studied here. How I pray that you will cherish that relationship that you have established by not only being students, but you have loved each other. Right? Congratulations, class of 2025. Guest of honor, allow me to request everyone who can hear my voice today that even as we support His Excellency the President, Dr. William Ruto, there are certain things that we need to give time. I know a bit of the challenges that we've experienced with SHA, we are trying to fix. For the people who are in Nandi, we are working tirelessly with His Excellency Governor Sang and the Department from Health and the National SHA Office to fix the gaps, the bottlenecks that exist in serving our people through SHA. Guest of honor, sir, allow me to also recognize the sponsor of this great institution, the Catholic Church of Eldoret. And we have here represented the Apostolic Vicar for the Nandi Pastoral Region, and we have a team of nuns who are looking very beautiful upande huu. We want to ask that the church, as you continue supporting this institution through prayer, through mentorship, especially for the young people, that you will consider providing, alongside what the institution here is giving, providing opportunities for spiritual growth for our young people, that they come out of this place here when they are all-rounded, that they have a skill, but they have a relationship with God. Kwa watu wa Masop, tunataka kuwashukuru sana kwa kuchukua fursa yenu ili mje tupokee wageni wetu. Mgeni wetu wa heshima Daktari Musalia Mudavadi, ambaye amependa mambo ya masomo na amekubali kuja awe ni kiongozi wa kwanza kushuhudia kufuzu kwa wanafunzi wa kwanza wa Kaiboi National Polytechnic. Asanteni sana, tunawatakia kila laheri wakati huu ambao tunajiandaa kwa nafasi ya upanzi. Tunashukuru kwamba serikali kuu imesikia sauti na kilio cha wakulima kutoka sehemu hii, na kwamba bei ya mahindi mbegu imeshuka na sote tuende shambani. Tunaona kila namna ya dalili ya kwamba mvua haiko mbali. Naomba kwamba tuchukue nafasi hiyo ili tuweze kuhakikisha kwamba tumeagiza mbegu kwa nafasi inayofaa. Mbolea tayari ilikuja mwezi wa 12, na tunataka kuomba kwamba kama wazalendo tushirikiane katika kukuza vyakula ili taifa letu liweze kuondoka katika aibu ya njaa. Guest of honor, sir, welcome again to Nandi County. We love you. We remember the last time you came and we had a Thanksgiving prayer in May 2022. And we made you kneel too much. But I'm sure that you enjoyed yourself as you came to celebrate with us. We'd love to hear from you today as you come to deliver the message from government. But allow me now to welcome the PS, Daktari Esther Moria, my big sister. Please welcome and address the congregation. Karibu sana.
The Prime Cabinet Secretary and Cabinet Secretary for Foreign Affairs and Foreign and Diaspora Affairs, my friend, His Excellency Dr. Mudavadi, kindly allow me to guide on the established protocols so that we live on time. But before Your Excellency, I go to my speech, I would like to comment on a come up. I want to start maybe almost to the end. Women rep and languages in our institutions, all these principals sitting mostly here. I ask them to be upstanding, the ones who are training foreign languages in their institutions. Please stand up. Please be upstanding. And there's others on that side. This is going on in our institutions actively because we do realize that, Your Excellency, that we are not just training for the local market. Please be seated. And then there is the equipping and the retooling of trainers. The CEO, Kenya School of TVET, is here. I don't know, where are you? Yeah, yes, and he knows the programs we are having almost continuously to retool our trainers, and their principals are here, Adam. And I want to tell you that we are doing this because we are continuously recrafting our curriculum. We as TVET have refused to train in the traditional way, and right as we speak, Your Excellency, we are going into micro-credentials where, as in civil and building, we will train you in bricklaying to absoluteness and certify you. Then you can go to painting. Then you can go to God knows what. So that, Your Excellency, by the time you graduate with civil and building, you are actually crafted in each skill to absoluteness. For that to happen, Madam Bitei, we have to continuously recraft our, and the school is here. Bear me with. the recruitment of those who are going out, my chairman of education committee, we did recruit from this institution up to about 100 were successful, and we are preparing them for exit. Actually, those who have issues with funding, we have brought in the youth fund for them to apply and be able to move out. That is not just in this institution, but across the country. Housing and hostels. We have a big problem of hostels in my institution, PCS, and what His Excellency the President has announced is that he is going to use the housing, affordable housing space to be able to provide hostels in our institutions. And the other day when we were in, as the President of the Coast, I had a conversation with the CS Lands, and we agreed that we are going to give her a priority list. That is the problem, because everybody is a priority. So again, that is well known that we need hostels, and affordable housing is tackling that. Recruitment and the trainers. Again, I agree, that is entirely my cup of tea, and I am working on it. Trainers are not enough, far from it, and me and the CS are discussing that. Your Excellency, I intend to be very brief, and I want to say that I want to commend all you graduates for your dedication and handwork. You have persevered through years of training, and as you leave this institution today, you are not just equipped for knowledge and skills, but rather you have been empowered with confidence. Please go and make those doors that you can open. Your Excellency, I have already told you as we sat there that we want to move our population in the TVET institutions from the current 550 to 2 million by the end of. Therefore, Your Excellency, we are partnering very closely with the political class, and I want to tell you, Your Excellency, where we are working closely with the political class, like here, we are doing very well, because it is the political class that is out there and where these young people are. The other space, Your Excellency, is Ngao. I requested my colleague, Omolo, to write a letter to the DCCs, and he did, and the request was that we work together with Ngao to ensure that these young people come to our institution. Your Excellency, that is how our number first has grown from about 320 now to 550, and we are pushing the space. So again, it is my humble request to the political class and Ngao to continue working with us, because for us in the Ministry of Education and government as a whole, we are about 100% transition. So we do not want the 716,000 young people who got C to E last year. Stay out there. They need to come to our institutions. And we will give you absolute knowledge. Your Excellency, I've been telling these young people, nobody is a failure until you decide to be a failure. We have space for you across the country. Please come. In fact, Your Excellency, the President has been asking me, why are you keeping these people in these institutions for a whole 2 years? Let them come for 3 months, 6 months, and we are able to give you a skill. And these principles of mine, Your Excellency, they know that. Let them come. We skill them for 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, if you want to come back after the 3 months or the 6 months, our doors are open. But we want to give you a skill. The other day, Your Excellency, I went with one of my directors to is that, and they told us they want young people who can do the apparels, and they want us to train them for 6 months, for 6 weeks, for 6 weeks. And they go into and work. And they're trained for 4 weeks. Then the other 2 weeks, they want to polish if it is fixing the pocket or the collar or the whatever. And they need 10,000 young people every year. That is one industry. I know of 3 others that are coming up at EBZ, and they will need our young people. That is why, Your Excellency, we have agreed with my principals that we are about skilling our young people. Education and training. Mheshimiwa Meli, nakubali hata wewe education and training imekuwa hapo muda mrefu. Sasa wacha tu skill watu. Yo. Na nikisupportiwa na huyu hakuna mtu mwingine. Sababu huyu ndiye ana. So the TVET institutions, Your Excellency, are about bridging the gap. And I need all of us to be actively aware that the cabinet passed the dual training policy the other day. And Your Excellency, what we are doing now is rolling out that dual training policy. And it is our determination at the department that these young people will be in the institutions 30 to 50% of the time. The rest, 50 to 70% of the time, they have to be in an industry. That way, then this industry, and let's not lie to ourselves and my technical, that these industries are not available. They are. And Your Excellency, I have industrial liaison officers in our institutions. Every institution has an industry liaison officer. And I would like you, principals, to tell us, kama iko mtu ameenda kutafuta industries zimekosa. Simekosa? The industries are there, Your Excellency, in the various areas of training. And therefore, we want to make sure our young people are there 50, 70% of the time, so that as they leave the institutions, they are well crafted and can move to the world. I don't want to read any speeches, but Your Excellency, let me also say that we in government, if we are going to industrialize this country, let me say what I have told anybody and everybody who had to listen to me, that for us to be able to attract industries into this country, you know, the industries have the industry owners have the money, they have the machinery, they have the market. What they do not have is the man. And Your Excellency, that man, so I've been talking about 4 M's, the market, the machinery, the money, and the man. Your Excellency, it is my responsibility and the responsibility of these people to ensure that that man is crafted. And that man, Your Excellency, is the person we are saying that we are now breaking the curricula into skill sets, so that, because the industry now, I can tell you with confidence, is asking you, what can you do? Sio ile certificate utakupatia hapa at the diploma in I don't know what. You will go there and they ask you, what can you do? So Your Excellency, as a department, we want to make sure that our young people can actually do. And that is why we are going into micro-credentials, and Your Excellency, we will soon be bringing the micro-credentials policy to Cabinet. Today, as we celebrate these graduates, we are also celebrating the many milestones, which include competency-based education and training, dual training, recognition of prior learning. I hope everybody here seated here now knows what recognition of prior learning is. Your Excellency, we passed the recognition of prior learning policy last year. And what we have done is that we have established a directorate of recognition of prior learning at Kabete National Polytechnic, so that all those who have skills and they are not certified can liaise with any. I've not said you can only go to Kabete, any institution, including this one. It will be purely the principal's responsibility to liaise with Kabete National Polytechnic and see how the assessment and the certification is going to be done here at Kaiboi National Polytechnic. And tomorrow, Your Excellency, I'll be in Kisii National Polytechnic with this Tarno here. Because at Kisii National Polytechnic, we are now retraining the assessors of RPL, and we are also coming up with the tools of recognition of prior learning, so that we know exactly what we are looking for before we certify you. So hapa watu wasianze kusema ati tunapeana certificate kiolera. Hakuna. Tomorrow I am going to oversee the training of the assessors and the tools that are going to be used to assess those who are out there, so that we certify them. Na wanaweza pia kwenda kazi majuu, wanaweza get government tenders because they now have the papers. So that, again, Your Excellency, is something we are doing very actively. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to commend Kaiboi National Polytechnic management for successfully organizing the. There is evidence of prudent management and sound cooperation as an institution. Congratulations, and to you graduates, I wish to reiterate my pride in you, and this is honest. I am about students or young people who take their space so seriously that they learn to the end. And Your Excellency, I was at PC Kenyanjui the other day. We are again graduating quite a large number of students. And what I told the principal, and I'm now telling you, Tioni, make sure you have the booklet. Oh, ajana na Tioni nataka. I want you to have the booklet that has all the people who are graduating locked up somewhere. Make sure you know everybody who is graduating here, that they are properly crafted into that book, and you put it somewhere away, because you will have others coming, God knows, and they will come with a graduation booklet, and they will say, si unaona hii ni jina yangu, hiyo ni yao. Yako must be the one that you know who graduated, went to class and actually graduated. Your Excellency, in my former life at Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture, we had so many people coming up with booklets and saying, mimi niligraduate. Hata ona picha nilivaa garlands. Kwani hapa huyu hizo vitu ati niligraduate. Hakuna kitu kama hiyo. Msema kweli ni hiyo booklet. Na wengine hawako. Kwa hiyo booklet itakuwa na Tioni. Alafu sasa, Your Excellency, from my former life, I am always getting boarded to go to court to actually testify that Kitu was never in school. And I'm giving an example of Kitu because many of these people I'm talking about are his caliber. I'm a caliber. So please make sure we are doing the right thing, and that you can be held accountable for what you have achieved, because you have actually
restored. In fact, we said we shall even beautify additionally. And I personally, okay,